Hey y'all, welcome to the Ingles shopping list. I'm Dallas McCade alongside with Smokin' Joe Lasher, and just in time for the 4th of July holiday weekend, we are cooking ribs, but not just any ribs.
That's right, we're gonna have our Firecracker ribs with a spicy Firecracker rib glaze.
Oh, it sounds good.
Let's get to it. So, I went to the Ingles meat department, which is always fresh, always good.
Yes.
Picked up some St. Louis style ribs. The first thing I did was take those out of the package.
Right.
And pat that down dry, okay, with a paper towel. Next thing that I've already done this, but sometimes there's some extra fat cap on the top of this, and I like to trim that off of there.
Okay.
You know, you want the good fat in there, but sometimes they'll have a little bit, you know, depending on how they've been cut. So you take that off, dry them off really good, and then flip it over. Now on the back, there's this membrane on the back here. You can take a dry paper towel and just peel that right out of there.
They cook so much better.
So much better.
With that off.
And again, I've cleaned this up a little bit on the back side as well. So now what we're gonna do is we've got this ready. I'm gonna pull this glove off, and I've got a spice rub that I picked up at Ingles. You can get any barbecue rub you like. You like apple, you like spicy, like whatever.
Yep.
So today I've just got a basic barbecue rub that I picked up at Ingles. You gotta
but that
load it
looks
up.
good. That's the way you gotta do it.
That's it. And then I like to press those in just like that, and then I'm gonna flip that over. And now what I'm gonna do here, because these are Firecracker ribs, is I've got some cayenne pepper, straight cayenne pepper. And I like to put that on the back.
Great.
Oh yeah, I like to put that on the back side of these things. So we're gonna cook a meat side up, so it's gonna kind of, the juices are gonna kind of come down through.
Right.
Then I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with some of my barbecue rub as well. Now, what I like to do is I've got my smoker outside, I've got it preheated to 225 degrees. If you don't have a smoker, it's okay. You can do it on, if you like to try your charcoal grill, you can do it there as well. The main thing is keeping that low temperature, even in your oven, 225 max. You want to put this on meat side up for at least 4 hours.
Well, and ribs too, you know, they're held together so they kind of cook with inside themselves, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So it gets that tender going. I remember growing up that Mom wouldn't use the grill, so she always cooked ribs in the oven, but they turned out great too. So.
Well, and technically another reason is all of that sinew and all that stuff that's in the collagen that holds all those together breaks down at lower temperatures over a longer period of time. So that's what we want to do. So I've got these ready to set aside. I like to set them aside for about 30 minutes and then put them onto the smoker meat side up, set the timer for 4 hours. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to come back and we're going to make our glaze while we're waiting on our ribs. All right, so we're going to put these on the smoker. I've got it preheated to 225. Meat side up. Put them right onto there, just like so. And that smoke starts to hit them. We're gonna let that go for 4 hours, come back and check it.
All right, it's sauce time.
Yeah, so we're doing...
That's always my favorite.
Yeah, well, we're doing a Firecracker. This is more of a glaze, and all we're gonna do is mix all these ingredients together. So you've got ketchup, you've got some Worcestershire sauce, you've got some
little red
pepper flakes, brown sugar, you've got some cayenne pepper, you got some honey, which you might have to spoon down into there.
Get that down.
That honey will kind of help that glaze really set up on those ribs. And then we've got some salt and pepper. And now all Dallas is gonna do is mix that together. We're gonna slide that over here onto our cooktop and just let that start to warm up.
Yes.
I'll trade places with you.
All right.
So we're gonna let that warm up. Now, it's been about 4 hours on our ribs. We're gonna go out, we're gonna pull those in, we're gonna wrap those in foil right here, put them back on the grill. All right, so Dallas, I want you to look at this. I mean, this is halfway through, so this has been about 4 hours on these ribs, okay? Now, I've got enough smoke on them. You know, I had them low and smoking. So you got that smoke flavor, you got a nice bark starting to set up, you know, with all that seasoning.
That's why they call them smoking.
Yeah. So here's a little trick that I like. Now this, some purists may or may not, but I like that. So some brown sugar, and then I've got a squeezed butter right here. We're just gonna go straight across there just like that.
Yeah.
And then I like to take a little of this Laura Lynn honey.
Oh my
gosh. Go straight across there just like that.
I could just eat this.
I
Good
know,
grief. This looks so good.
Now the most important thing here is we're gonna take these ribs meat side down, put it right onto there just like that, okay?
So all of the sweet that we're going to give it now is really going to combine with the firecracker sauce. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good.
What we're going to do is roll this up, start to fold it down.
Yes.
Seal that real well, seal this end real well. And now, what I'm going to do also is take about 1/4 cup of apple juice, pour right into there as well. And then we're going to finish sealing that up, just like so. And now I've still got my grill going at 225. I might bump it to 250, but I still want this to cook low and slow because when you put anything in aluminum foil, like you've said before, it's kind of cooking itself inside out. So the smoking part's done. There's no smoke getting to this. It's just heat now, and we're gonna let all that goodness in there do its work. We're gonna check it after about 3 hours. I don't necessarily look for internal temperature. I like to peel this back and look for the ribs to start to pull away from the bone. And that's kind of what So we're gonna let this go and start checking it after about 2.5 or 3 hours. Once you see that the rib is starting to pull away from the bone, we're gonna bring them in and we're gonna go to the step 3.
All of my friends are gonna be expecting these for the 4th of July.
There you go. All right, Dallas, so
here's the moment.
Here we go.
Got the ribs off the grill.
About another 3 hours.
Wow.
You can see all that good juice and all down in there, but see how this is, that bone's about to come out of there. So I don't want that to happen yet. So what I'm gonna do, pull it right out of there, and I've let these cool off just a little bit.
All right.
But see there, now we're gonna go skin side up, just like that.
Man,
we're gonna set this right out of the way. Now, I like to take these back. Now you could let these rest and serve them right now.
Right.
Okay, but we've got our firecracker glaze that we made. So I'm gonna take this back to the smoker. I'm gonna set it on there and I'm gonna baste it about every 15 minutes for about 45 minutes, about 3 times. We're gonna baste it. And by doing that on the smoker, now you can do this in your oven. Everything we've done, you can actually do straight in your oven too. So when you pull them back out, put them back on the pan, put them back in the oven, and every 15 minutes, just do a nice mop of that glaze on top of it. I mean, come on.
Look at this masterpiece.
It looks so good, and I'm telling you, these will fall apart. I wanted to leave them together for the video, but these are fall apart St. Louis style ribs.
And if you don't like it hot, you don't have to, you don't have to make it so spicy if that's not what you want to do.
But the biggest thing is don't be afraid to cook ribs, especially on the 4th of July.
Exactly. Thank you guys so much for joining us today on the Ingles shopping list, and we will see you next time on our next episode.
We'll see you then.